Good morning. It's 10 o'clock, August 1st. All three county commissioners are here. I ask that we rise for a moment of silent meditation and pledge to the flag. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. We will now have consents and approval.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We have 46 exonerations for $19,455.81. Minutes from July 25th. Vouchers, General County Fund, $22,736.44. Coal severance, $81.44. 911 cash, $11,853. Chestnut Ridge Park, $900. Camp Muffley, $39,249.02. Mason-Dixon Park, $1,551.33. Assessor's valuation, $96.28. Law enforcement forfeiture, $8,727. Purchasing card vouchers, General County Fund, $12,121.15. Magistrate Court, $26.36. Home confinement, $7,226.51. Camp Muffley, $2,580.74. Mason-Dixon Park, $609.03. Assessor's valuation, $154.98 for a voucher total of $107,911.28. We have budget revisions requiring state approval for law enforcement in dams and dredging, and an in-house budget revision for insurance programs. Position vacancies for boards and authorities: the Western Board of Zoning Appeals, the Planning Commission, River Road Public Service District, the Mon County Development Authority, and the Mon County Building Commission. Fiduciary orders for August 1st, 2018. Statement of services for George Armistead, Fiduciary Commissioner, for the estates of Ida Virginia Morgan, Gaynell McKinney, and Ann K. Southen.
Move for approval with comment.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Discussion.
Renetta, I'm not sure if I heard you wrong, but on Camp Muffley in the general, it was $39,247.02.
Okay, I'm not sure what I said.
9.
Okay, sorry.
So that
It is
7 is the
47.
right number.
We'll approve as amended. Properly moved in second. Any other discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
It passes. Okay, do we have introduction of any new employees and personnel changes? Okay, sure. I thought so.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Good morning.
I'd like to present Olivia Kaywood. She is a new graduate assistant who is starting in the county clerk's office today.
Great.
Move for approval.
Second.
Properly moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Okay. Is there any other new employees? Sorry, you have to go back to work, Olivia. Okay. We will now have comments from the public. What I request is you come before the commission, you state your name, your address, and you will have 3 minutes.
I'm going to need more than 3 minutes. I hope you'll extend it a little bit, sir.
No, we're going to do 3 minutes.
Okay, then I have it written down. Mark Prezidis, 734 Courtney Avenue. I come before you, gentlemen, today not in my elected role as Morgantown's Deputy Mayor and 6th Ward Representative, but by virtue of the Morgantown City Council's 3-3 decision not to endorse even a conversation about levies, what turns out to be my more powerful role, Vice President of Learn to Skate for the Mason-Dixon Figure Skating Club, a registered nonprofit organization with the state of West Virginia, and a 501c3 nonprofit, and I'm also the faculty advisor to the WVU Figure Skating Club. On behalf of the Mason-Dixon Figure Skating Club, I am bringing to you a request for the county to put a levy request in front of the voters on the November 6th ballot that would couple the existing $2.5 million that was voted in during the May 2016 county election to fund repairs on our existing aging but much beloved ice rink with a levy proposal for $8.5 million to incorporate features of our current rink, including its old-time Boston Garden-like intimate feel, into a new state-of-the-art 2-sheet year-round ice rink. Skipping ahead to the actual proposal, and I list plenty of reasons why we should do this and why it's already been approved. And I'm going to leave you some plans that I, in some cases, have already left you. The levy would look something like this. I would appreciate your consideration in revisions. New state-of-the-art Morgantown Ice Arena. This 3-year levy would fund the construction of a new state-of-the-art 2-sheet year-round ice arena run by Bow Park at its existing location in White Park. Every year, more than 10,000 city and county residents utilize the current Morgantown Ice Arena, which is 45 years old and needs to be replaced. The levy would utilize an existing fund of $2.5 million from a 2016 levy to provide the greater Morgantown community with a winter recreation paradise of hockey, figure skating, learn-to-skate lessons, public skating, and other ice sports-related activities. How much time do I have?
1 minute and 30 seconds.
30 seconds?
90 seconds.
1 minute and
Thank
90
you.
seconds. Yes.
If you have questions about whether this levy would pass, my answer is, of course it would pass. Volunteers to knock on our doors across our county from the Mason-Dixon Figure Skating Club and the WVU Figure Skating Club would number at least 50. Hockey players, both boys and girls, and their parents, grandparents, other relatives, and friends would increase this number by a factor of 20. A new state-of-the-art year-round ice rink would be an extraordinary economic generator for our community. We could host regional and even national hockey tournaments, Stars on Ice, Disney on Ice, U.S. figure skating testing sessions and local performances, and enhance our Learn to Skate and hockey programs. And it's about bringing business into our community. Tons of people would flood to our ice rink, patronize our hotels, our restaurants, our bars, that aside, our bread stores, all kinds of wonderful things that this could be an economic generator for our community. Bottom line, too, is that ultimately it generates in and of itself $100,000 worth of profit per year by 2024. There's really no reason not to put this on the ballot at all. I've talked to the West Virginia Municipal League about the issue that was raised before. It's perfectly legitimate, according to them, to bring this to your attention. So I think it's something we should do and absolutely need to do, and I'd be happy to answer questions here or elsewhere at the Blue Moose, at my house, your houses, anywhere you'd like. Thank you very much. And I'm going to leave these plans.
Could you leave them? Yes,
Yep.
thank you. So
and
we
you've
can
already,
look.
sir, you've already provided this excellent document,
Yes.
so I thank you for that, and that's already on the record. Unless you want me to leave it. I'm not going to leave it again because it's my only copy, and I really
No.
appreciate leaving it. But I'm going to leave a repetitive document, which I already presented to you all in a PDF to
Yes.
Commissioner Siskor. But here are the plans.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak? If you want to come down, please, state your name, address, and you also have 3 minutes.
Brenda Shankovich, 4005 Fairmount Road, Morgantown, West Virginia, 26501.
Good morning.
Thank you for letting me speak, Commissioners. I appreciate everything you do for the county. And I'd like to ask your permission to place the very first West Virginia Gold Star Mothers Memorial on your beautiful courthouse square. I understand that you have limited space, but the space could be of your choosing. I've emailed you a copy or Facebooked you a copy of the drawing, and I have a hard copy here if you'd like to see it again.
Yeah.
It makes me proud to honor these women who have given their most precious gift to our country, their children. This is my state regents, West Virginia State Regents project. She picked this out of all other projects. We've raised a sizable amount of funding. We're able to put 2 plaques. She asked that the first one be put here in Morgantown because of her connections to Morgantown, and the second one, Point Pleasant, West Virginia, has agreed to put it there. And that little town of Point Pleasant has rolled out the red carpet for us. They're absorbing all the costs. They're absorbing the cost of the wall to be built and the reception afterwards. So I want to make Morgantown and Mon County proud. I want us to be the very first to honor our Gold Star mothers. Their mission is to serve veterans, their families, and provide support to other Gold Star mothers. They promise patriotism, and they have flag etiquette. The president of the West Virginia Gold Star Mothers is Shirley White. She has lost 2 sons. And she said if she didn't get involved with Gold Star Mothers, she would literally lose her mind. So she travels throughout the state right now and is trying to put a plant a tree in memory of the veterans and also fly their Gold Star Mothers flag. So all we're asking is to let Morgantown and Mon County pay tribute to our Gold Star mothers and be the first in the state to do that. You know, they're an organization of mothers who's lost sons or daughters. Is that my time?
No, I don't know what that was.
Okay. During the 1920s, the Gold Star Mothers Association lobbied for a federally sponsored pilgrimage to Europe. They took their money that they had raised and they sent mothers that could not afford to go over to France and visit their sons' or daughters. Well, at that time it was just sons' graves. There was a woman from West Virginia, from Harrisville, that got to go. They provide so much support in PST, post-traumatic stress syndrome disorder. They supply support to those mothers. It's just a great group of ladies that is never recognized as they should be. The Gold Star families are recognized all throughout the nation, but it's time that West Virginia picks up the ball and puts one of the first monuments to our Gold Star mothers here. So I am asking you to indulge us and let us please place that plaque on somewhere on your plaza.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay,
We'll
do you
take
want
it.
the
Thank
picture
you.
of the?
Yes, could we please, just so we'll just pass around them. Do you want it back?
No.
Okay, good. Thank you very much for,
I sent you guys 10 of these. Thank you.
thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak before the commission? Seeing none, comments from the public are closed.
I'd like to move to suspend the rules for a minute to allow the president to respond.
Second.
Okay, it's been properly moved in second. I do want to respond to you, Mark. I applaud your passion for this issue. However, we will treat this request as any other request from a county resident. As a county commission, we will follow our rules and the rules by the West Virginia Secretary of State's Office on a Special Levy and Bond Elections. We will meet to discuss your request and provide you feedback at a later date.
Thank you. I'm not asking for. Appreciate it, Tom.
Thank you.
And also to, in regards to your request, we will also take that into consideration and we'll discuss
Yes.
it in a work session and provide you feedback.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we will move on. Do we have any grants? Hey, there, I didn't see you all the way in the back, Colleen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I actually have a grant contract with the JAG program for the Edward Byrne fiscal year 17 grant. We had applied for $13,912. It's finally been approved after a long time. So I have the grant contract and the conditions and assurances that you need to initial.
Do I have a motion that I
Move
may
for the
sign?
president to approve.
Second.
Properly moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay, great. We now have Becca Finn Clark with WVU Extension Agent, 4-H Youth Development. 4-H Youth Development. I see you also brought some people, if they would like to come up too, and if you would introduce each one of them.
Sure. I'll let them introduce themselves. So you all know me. My name is Becca Finn Clark. I'm the 4-H Extension Agent. Have been for 10.5 years and love my job more than anything in the world. I brought along Mary Curran. She's our 4-H program assistant, but you can see that we did bring some 4-H youth. So they'll introduce themselves, talk about their experiences at camp, and before I let them speak, thank you again for all that you do to make Camp Muffley so wonderful for us to use during the summer. We had a wonderful summer. 340 youth attended camp in some way or another at Camp Muffley, so thank you for your support. So I'll let them introduce themselves. They'll tell you a little bit about their 4-H experience and what it means to them.
Great.
Hi, my name is Kyle Roberts. I just want to start by saying thank you. I'm really thankful for the support that you guys give to the 4-H program here in Monongalia County. And just to talk a little bit about 4-H, I grew up in Webster County. I moved here when I was around 8 years old, and I was involved with 4-H there, and it was a really big part of my life because in Webster County there's not much to do. So 4-H was huge for me. It gave me something to do. It gave me a lot of opportunities. And when I moved to Monongalia County, that just blew up really. The program here is amazing, and I've been lucky enough to do a lot of things through 4-H. I'm not just a person who goes to camp every year. I've been involved with the 4-H club since I was 8 years old, and I've been able to do lots of community service. I've been able to travel abroad. I went to China with WVU like extension 4-H club program thing, and it was a lot of fun. But at camp this year, I think it was one of the best years for me because I felt like that this year I felt really connected, and I felt like I really had a family at 4-H. I think that's something that I really look forward to, is having that bond with my friends there, and it's really nice just to get away for a week and just experience 4-H for what it is. And I feel like I always learn so much at 4-H. At 4-H camp, there's a lot of like classes you can take, a lot of different options there, and it's just a really good time. And I just want to say thank you. I'm really appreciative for all you do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She's got you trained.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, my name is Sarah. Hi. So I've been doing camp since I was about 12, and I go to the older camp now, and I really enjoy my time there. It's really fun, and I get to spend a whole week with all my friends and do activities that I really enjoy doing. And at first, when I started at 12, I did archery for the first time, and I didn't think that I would really like it, and then I ended up just continuing to do it, and now I do it every single year, and I really enjoy it. And I just recently got my charting pin, which I really enjoy and like, and I took a charting class, which was really interesting and really fun to like learn about everyone else in the class. And I also did day camp this year, and that's like when you counsel like little kids, and I really enjoyed that because it was one of the it was a good experience to have with like helping kids like enjoy camp too, because I really enjoy it, and then making sure that they have like a really good time was really good for like me. It made me really happy to do that. I just really like being with my friends, and I like the program itself. It's really good. Like if you compare it with other camps in like the state and stuff, 4-H has a really good program, and it helps everyone like have a really fun time, which I notice. That's good. Yeah, I really like camp. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir. Raise it back up.
Is it working? Okay.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Sid Pawar. I grew up in Monongalia County. I got introduced by 4-H from air rifle, so I was part of the 4-H air rifle club. And so the person teaching that class was, she introduced me to the camp, so I just started coming since I was 10 to younger camp. And I like it because it's like so diverse. You get to know every like every kid's personality, and it builds more social skills. For sure, like I was a counselor at younger camp too, so we had to deal with kids that were homesick, and how we dealt with it, we just took that whole idea of being homesick off their mind. We try to communicate with them. We try to relate to them on a social like status. We talked about video games, talked about Minecraft. Like one of this kid, I think Cormac Fedorko was homesick, so we just talked about Minecraft the whole time, and then he just forgot about it and went back to sleep. And then they kind of like they grow on you a bit. They, like once you connect with them, they just follow you everywhere, and yeah, they're like a leash. They just stick to you. Definitely love all my kids. They're really fun to play. They get competitive for sure, which is good. Whenever we would play games like counselors versus campers, we had like this volleyball tournament at younger camp, and of course we let them win because, you know, it's the kids and they like beating the older guys, and to show off, of course. So another thing I like about older camp, so Kyle Robert over here, he made a friendship bracelet for me, so we connected that way. He got a couple over there, but I wasn't in that class, so I didn't make any. One of my classes I took air rifle, of course, like because of that. I had best shot, and of course, like I liked bonding with everyone there. Chuck is a very good instructor. I liked working with him. Yes, we made hot dogs after on the last day. I like that too. It was yummy. The food there is really good. Like elephant ears, everyone loves. Everyone can't wait for that day. So breakfast, and definitely we all compliment the cooks. They do us really good. Like the breakfast, lunch, and dinner is excellent. Especially coleslaw. I like the coleslaw. It's pretty good. What else? Let's see. So the activities. We played 4 square, 9 squares. One.
Oh yeah, that activity. After the food, everything's better.
Yeah, I like the food. So some activities we played. We all like 9 square. It's this game where there's like 9 squares and we have a volleyball. We hit it. Trying to keep it's like 4 square but with 9 squares. People get competitive with that. Definitely we would have teams, so we have each other's backs all the time, and I just really like it. It's fun time to bond, like through songs. We would sing all the time, and some people would harmonize with that, and it worked out well, so that's nice. Favorite part of camp? I love all the kids there. All my friends I like meeting, because I don't talk to them all the time because they live like in Michigan or Chicago. And it's my only time to like bond with them for a week and stay like the night and just, bedtime stories and the bunk beds and all that stuff, just messing around. So thank you for funding us, and have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Lindsay Groves, and I got involved with 4-H when I moved here from Ohio, and so that was a great way for me to make friends right off the bat. And then since then, I've been going back every year and just getting more involved each year because it's come to mean more to me. And I like going to camp because you get to learn the life skills that you don't really receive in schools. And we learned a lot about diversity at camp this year, and so the atmosphere is just really good because we love everyone for their differences and not in spite of them. And I think it's just a really good place for people to feel like they belong and to make a difference. And so I just want to say thank you for your support because I wouldn't be who I am today without 4-H.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Cody Little. I don't remember when I started 4-H, but I know I'm coming up on my 9th year. It's been a huge part of my life. I've made lifelong friends, family. Like I said, I don't know where I'd be today without it. I love camp because you don't get judged there. You go the whole week and everyone's your friend. You can make friends. As soon as you walk in, you're friends with someone. I love it. But I just want to say thank you for all you guys do for us, and have a nice day.
Thank you. I'll turn it over to Ed, but first I do want to say this. I learned how. Go ahead, Ed, because you want to say first.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming today. I also grew up in 4-H, and the sentiments that you echo are entirely what I say to people. 4-H friends are forever, and nothing more needs to be said. That means a lot to me. It means a lot to our community, and thank you for all you do, because I know that the public service, and looking forward, of course, to our new extension office that we'll have in the future, and the 4-H development. Thank you.
Sean?
Good. No, both of my daughters, as you are aware, attend 4-H, and it's a wonderful program. So you're preaching to the choir here, but I really appreciate. I get to eat dinner with you when I went out, and we had the dinner night, and I think I've seen you, both of you, or all of you, at one point or another, and y'all look like you're having a lot of fun, and it's always impressive to go to camp and just see kids being kids and enjoying themselves and learning things and interacting. So thank you, Becca, for all that you do. The program, the size of your program is testament to your efforts, how it's grown, and how every year you have a waiting list because we just can't. It's more and more popular every year, so I really appreciate everything you do, and just on behalf of my own daughters who severely look forward to camp every year. So thank you.
We're very appreciative that you're here, and we'll explain why. First of all, you brought up an issue that we had been discussing for a couple of years, which was about the food and the cooks. And we're so glad to hear that we finally got it worked out, and it's good. So, it's important your feedback does come back to us. Also, because of you coming here each time and doing so well, there's going to be a new building real soon over in Milan Park, the 4-H extension. So it's because you keep coming back and what you do for only for the community and for everyone else. And then I finally want to say I was befriended by Sarah, and Sassy Sarah, and we bonded immediately, and it was great because I'm not from here. I'm from Philly, and I didn't know what 4-H was, and after 30 minutes with Sassy Sarah, I know way too much now, but I do it. But I did. I mean, I enjoyed it, and again, this is something Ed had turned me on to, and he kept asking us to come. So we appreciate. Please keep inviting us to those dinners. They were great, and we look forward to hearing more good things about you in the future. And thank you very much, Becca. You deserve.
Can we get a group picture before
Sure.
we get out? It's Fair Week, so we are busy.
Sure.
So you want to go on?
Come on up here. We'll get behind the big chair. The chair.
Just don't.
We can just move chairs over.
Wow.
Okay? Yeah, that works.
Squeeze it.
A little sassy.
Oh, we got everybody?
Yeah.
We got everybody. Awesome. Thank you all so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you. We call her Steph.
Yeah, oh, you can see. Yes, this is. That's my turn.
That's right.
We actually do work. You can see there's all this paperwork and computers. My problem is I do too much paperwork. Everyone else uses the computer. Great. Thank you very much. Okay, we have several correspondence. The first is Bow Park's fourth quarter levy spending financial report.
That's pretty much it.
And that's it. We've received it, which is required by law, that we request. The next is a letter of thanks received from Rob Maxwell and Amy Blake on behalf of the Mon County Fair regarding installation of the water line to the pavilion of Milan Park.
The Mon County Fair would like to thank you for coming out to Milan Park and digging the ditch for the water line to the pavilion. We greatly appreciate the use of your equipment and helping to get the water line started before fair time. Please let Bobby Doyle and his staff know we appreciate their time and expertise on getting this water line dug where they needed it to, so we can have water for our livestock at the Mon County Fair. Again, thank you for allowing them to help us out in the use of the county's equipment.
Thank you.
I had one other request. We received a number of requests for a video of a specific work session, July 11th.
Okay.
Generally, all of our meetings are available on YouTube. For work sessions, people have to come in with a specific request. But since we've had so many requests,
Right.
I would like for us to go ahead and put that work session up on the YouTube site.
Okay. Yeah, I think all three of us have received requests. I think.
If that's a motion, second.
Yeah. Properly moved in second. I know we were having some problem with the actual CD, so this resolves that problem.
Yes.
So it's been properly moved in second. All those in favor to put it on YouTube, say aye.
Aye.
Good, it passes. Is there anything else you want to bring up?
We just had the one item that came in, I think this was yesterday.
Yes.
From the West Virginia Black Bears General Manager, Matthew Dreyer. They're hosting again the Home Run and Hops event. I don't see a date yet on this, but they're asking for support from the fund that we have set aside for community events at the Monongalia County Ballpark for $10,000. And I think
We do five.
we had a cap on that of 5, and
Right.
there's still an application that he needs to fill out. So I'll get that over to him.
Okay.
But it came in as correspondence yesterday. So
And you just follow back with him,
Yes.
as to the process, and
Yeah.
then we'll address the request when it finally comes in.
yes.
Okay. Is there any other correspondence? Seeing none, unfinished business. Any unfinished business? Good. New business. To consider adoption of a new official map for the West Run Planning District zoning ordinance. And would you like to come and explain exactly what we're adopting so everyone gets a clarification so we don't have people calling hysterically?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Richard Wood, Director of Planning, Monongalia County Planning Commission. The official map is part and parcel of the actual zoning ordinance for the West Run Planning District. So to amend it, we have to go through this kind of a process. And what we're doing here is when we used the best available data at the time, back in 2009 and 10, to create the zoning map that we've been using, but that was based on old parcel data and not the most accurate parcel data. Since then, we've gotten new, up-to-date, accurate parcel data, and all we really are doing are transferring that same zoning districts to the new parcel data so that it matches up, so we can put it on the parcel viewer site so it's more accurate. Now, it is not changing any of the zoning districts. Everything that was zoned on the original map still is zoned on this, save for when there's been an official amendment through the whole process that you're all familiar with. But we're not changing any planning districts here, or excuse me, zoning districts here. We're just using the new available data and transferring the zoning districts onto that better data format. Now, is there any questions?
No.
Thank you for the clarification. We do appreciate that. Do I have a motion to consider?
Move to adopt.
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 It passes. Okay, we have consideration to approve a non-controlled access right-of-way by and between the Mon County Commission and the West Virginia Department of Transportation for 100-foot perpetual subsurface easement adjacent to University Avenue and Wall Street. You want to just have a motion and explain what it is?
Yeah, motion to approve.
Second.
Properly moved and second.
So the project, I'm sorry, does this have to do with the pedestrian?
Yeah, that's the right-of-way.
Yes.
Project.
This is the pedestrian. This is an ADA accessibility
Right.
Okay.
cutout on the sidewalk.
Yeah, so what they're doing is they're purchasing the right-of-way so that they can continue with the project. And they did their own independent appraisal, and the amount that they're actually
$4,000.
selling the property for, we're selling the property for, is $4,000. In a lot of instances, this would be a case of us just deeding the property over to them, so I think that's fair.
Been properly moved and second and explained. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes. Do we have any other new business?
No.
Okay. Do we have any reports from any elected officials? Okay. Ed, if you want to go first with your report.
Well, first of all, I'd like to recognize Mylan Park as being Monongalia County's 55 Good Things About West Virginia recently in the State Journal. Last week, I'd also like to thank Ladina Teets of Preston County and Brent Bailey of the West Virginia Land Trust for their presentation on green space and farmland preservation. I enjoyed a great radio show yesterday with my fellow commissioners, on WAJR with Dave and Sarah. Congratulations last night to Courtney Christopher. She is our new Monongalia County Fair Queen. And I would like to, if you do believe in praying for cessation of rain, I would like to offer that up for the rest of the week for the fair. And invite you all to join us at the Mon County Fair going on through Saturday, with the livestock sale going on Saturday evening beginning at 6 o'clock to support the youth of our community in their endeavors. We had a little bit of a problem in that anticipating 152 animals in the barn, there were 194 now. And I will contrast this to when the fair began, and I had 10 animals that were youth-oriented, and I had to rent 10 from WVU, so it looked like we had animals in the barn back in 2010. And on a humorous note, I'll end. I did receive Best of Show for my salsa, not my beats. Yes, they gave me a red ribbon on my beats. I am severely questioning the judgment here, but they are the judges, and therefore I have to bow to their expertise. Thank you.
Thank you.
My condolences to you and your beats. Last week, as I mentioned, I was out of town chaperoning MHS band camp, which was a wonderful experience for me. I'm getting my feet back under me this week, starting with the fair parade on Monday. It was a wonderful event. The rain did hold off. It looked bad all day long, and it was a beautiful evening. And I had a lot of people commenting about they were surprised how many people were actually at the fair parade. Tuesday, I had started the day with breakfast with the president of the Board of Education, the new superintendent, the past superintendent, and Delegate Joe Statler. We have a monthly breakfast where we just get together and just talk about our different issues, and or just commiserate because we're all friends. So I went from there to the interview at WAJR and with my companion commissioners, and I thought it went really well, and I appreciate the opportunity to do that every once in a while. Today at 11:30, I'll be back on the radio with the auditor, J.B. McCuskey, on the Metro News Network at 11:30 to talk about the OpenGov project, which we'll be launching this afternoon. So I really look forward to that, and I'm looking forward to the actual launch. The auditor is coming up here to celebrate the first county launch, and he's very excited about it. And it's he's done a great job at the state level, and now we're looking for the counties and municipalities and the Board of Educations to follow along. So really excited about that this afternoon. Then later on this evening, I'm going to PNC Park with both the Mountaineer Middle and Suncrest Middle bands. They're doing the national anthem for the game tonight. So the Pirates play the Cubs at 7:05, and two of our fine middle schools will be doing the national anthem. So looking forward to that. And that's all.
Excellent. Basically, I do want to thank the organizers of the Fair Parade. That was probably one of the largest parades I've seen in years there, and it was well organized, and I think everyone had a great time. I appreciate that. And also, I'm looking forward today at 1:30. Very excited to lead, and Sean deserves much of the credit of getting this worked out, and also we want to thank Carrie Blaney and her department for actually doing the hard work. We're getting the credit for the hard work that Carrie and Tanya are doing, and we do really appreciate that. It's very exciting at 1:30. I think this is going to be a game changer for the community and knowing what's going on. So with that, I see nothing else that we have.
Move to adjourn.
Okay. We're adjourned. Thank you.